We are honored to have our speaker with us, Professor Catherine Walter from Point Loma Nazarene University, along with her colleagues, has been leading efforts of responsible AI adoption in her classroom.
Hello, everyone. I'm Catherine Walter, and I'm really looking forward to talking with all of you today. Many faculty really are understandably cautious about new AI tools, and I really was too. It's really changing the way we teach. It's shifting how many of our students are completing assignments, and those are really valid reasons to wonder if students are still learning the same way. And so what I've found, though, especially with starting to integrate AI into my courses, is that confidence can grow when we start framing and thinking about AI as a support rather than a replacement. Many said that they felt really overwhelmed because there's so many different platforms out there and they weren't sure which ones to use or how. There were other students that admitted that they had no prior experience using AI and they just really weren't sure what it could do or couldn't do. And then I'd say the most common concern we got were some of our students really worrying about over-reliance, saying they wouldn't want people to just depend on AI to generate work. A few students expressed concern over feeling like AI was cheating. But overall, these concerns gave us an idea of where students were starting from and helped us to think about what supports we could integrate into our courses to help move forward. One of the classes I teach is all about lesson planning for multilingual students and supporting all of the learners in their classroom, specifically those learners that are from more culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds. And that's where I've really seen the value of AI. It really helps teachers manage all of the challenges of time, of planning, of differentiation, and trying to meet the needs of all the different learners in their classroom. And these are all things that can feel really overwhelming on a day-to-day basis, especially for new teachers. And it also helps make lesson plan design more efficient, which really frees teachers up to spend more time with their students and building relationships. AI can also give quick supports and scaffolds, again, for ideas for better meeting the needs of all learners. It can provide translations. I've noticed it can quickly translate into almost any language, ideas for supporting vocabulary development. And when we combine all of those things and tools with teacher insights and cultural responsiveness, it really can make a big difference. And in the end, really also help bridge gaps so that multilingual students can have better access to grade level content and language development. So this slide shows two examples of how students used AI to brainstorm lesson plans with a focus on translanguaging. So translanguaging is when teachers provide opportunities for students to use both English and their home language in the classroom. And I was using guiding mode, so this was an earlier assignment in my course. And as we've mentioned with guiding mode, VisibleAI doesn't just give ready-made answers. Instead, it first prompts the students to generate their own ideas, like ways to integrate Spanish and English in a lesson. So you can see the student prompts by first just saying, what are two translanguaging strategies I can include? However, since it's in guiding mode, the AI assistant comes back and says, let's look at what we already know. What kinds of activities let students draw on both languages to draw meaning? So it's first reminding the student what translanguaging is, and then it asks the student to first try to come up with their own ideas and strategies. So after the student comes back with ideas, the AI assistant confirms that structured Spanish partner dialogue with sentence frames is a strong strategy. And then it provides the actual translations in Spanish so that they can use it with the student. In the middle example, you can see the student's progression with prompting, in that the student is now providing many more details of what they would like in the next part of their lesson planning. And then the AI assistant is providing additional support and ideas, but also reminding the student to ensure to include both Spanish and English supports. And then all of this leads to the end result of students completing a lesson plan. So this is a SIOP lesson plan for better supporting their multilingual students with translanguaging strategies and translated activities and materials. A lot more of our students started describing AI as something that really was building their confidence and actually made them stronger teachers. One student described this really well by saying, "I look at AI as a co-teacher. When I don't know what to do next or am out of ideas, I can turn to AI to support." And I think that that comment really shows how students did start to move from hesitation, a little uncertainty, to more confidence, from just experimenting with AI and thinking about how to use it as a meaningful tool in their practice.